All right, let's get right into it. We're going to break down a Premier League match that started out as a total cruise for Arsenal and ended in an absolute collapse. And we'll see it all through the raw, unfiltered emotions of the two managers involved. This is the story of how a surefire win just evaporated.
So picture this, an hour has been played. The scoreboard says 2-0 to Arsenal, they're in complete control. I mean, for all intents and purposes, you'd think this game is over, right? The Gunners are just cruising to a routine, much-needed victory.
But, this is the Premier League, and as Mikel Arteta and his team were about to learn in the most painful way possible, no lead is ever truly safe. What happened next? Well, it sent shockwaves right through the title race.
Okay, so let's set the scene properly. For that first hour, Arsenal's dominance was just plain to see. They had the goals, they had the control, and they had that kind of swagger you expect from a team sitting at the top of the table.
They got off to an absolute dream start. Of course, it's their star man, Bukayo Saka, who gets his 5th goal of the season. At this point, they're passing with purpose, they're pressing with incredible energy, they are firmly in the driver's seat. And then just 11 minutes into the second half, they double that lead. A debut goal for Piero Hincapie. I mean, you can just imagine the feeling on that sideline, right? A 2-goal cushion, a new player scoring, it really felt like the job was done and dusted. And this is where everything changed. The whole story of the match just completely flipped. What looked like a comfortable afternoon for Arsenal started to unravel as rock-bottom Wolves, against all odds, launched one of the comebacks of the season. And what's really wild is just how fast it all happened. Look at this. Just 5 minutes. 5 minutes after Arsenal go 2-0 up, Hugo Bueno unleashes this sensational strike. It's 2-1. And suddenly, that door that seemed slammed shut is just a little bit ajar. And then, late in the game, another debutant, Tom Edozie, he scores the equalizer. A total turnaround in less than 30 minutes. Unbelievable. Looking back on it, the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta, he admitted something pretty crucial. He said, and I quote, "We never had dominance of the game, even when they were 2 goals ahead." That's a really startling admission, and it kind of hints at this fragility that was just hiding under the surface the whole time. So let's move on to what happened after the final whistle, because this one result created 2 completely different emotional worlds for the two managers. It really is a tale of 2 realities. First up, Mikel Arteta. Man, you can just feel the raw frustration in his words. He was scathing. He made absolutely no excuses. He put the blame squarely on his own team's shoulders, saying they didn't show anything close to the standards they needed to. And then you go to the other dugout, and it's a completely different story. The pride in the voice of the Wolves boss, Rob Edwards, is just palpable. For him, this wasn't just about a point. No, it was proof of his team's belief, their character, and their quality to fight back when they were down and out.
And when you put their verdicts side by side like this, it just says it all. For Arteta, it's about accepting that criticism is fair, that they didn't perform, and that they deserve to take this hit. But for Edwards, it's all about celebrating that belief and the spirit that got them that incredible result.
And this was Arteta's final word on it, really. Just total accountability. He basically told his team, any bullet, take it. A really powerful message that they have to own every single piece of criticism coming their way. So the big question is, what does this all mean for the bigger picture? Because for Arsenal, this doesn't just feel like 2 points dropped. It brings up some really uncomfortable and maybe even familiar memories for the club and its fans. Deja vu, anyone? Okay, so let's look at the actual title race. As you can see, the Gunners are still on top, but that lead over the champions, Manchester City, it's now just 5 points. And crucially, City have a game in hand. That comfortable gap they had, it's suddenly looking, well, pretty shaky. And here's the kicker. This isn't just some one-off bad result. It fits a really worrying pattern for Arsenal. They've held the lead in the last 3 title races, only to finish second every single time. And with only 2 wins in their last 7 league matches, yeah, the alarm bells are definitely starting to ring. So it all leaves us with this one massive, unavoidable question. Was this just a blip? A temporary setback on the road to glory? Or are we watching history repeat itself all over again for Arsenal? I guess we're all about to find out.